Welcome, dear listener, to the actual episode 69. I'm James.
I'm Mike, and we are
Last to the Party, the show where we talk about all the nerdy goodness. We're reunited this week, folks, and it feels pretty good. It's fine.
It's not unnatural. It just feels like two people coming together to discuss awesomeness and what have you.
Yes, dear listener, that's right. Mike and I are reunited, and it feels above average after a few weeks of life circumstances getting in the way of the podcast with the most ostrich jokes per capita. Being separate, we're back together, and
That sounds
here to talk about
right,
something
folks.
a little different. This show actually came together about 17 minutes ago.
Yes. It all started when a young man on the interwebs named Dan Casey commented via the Twitterverse that something had really messed him up. Now, yes, if you follow Dan Casey, lots of things do this, but this drew family attention for us because everyone has, at this time of year, their picks for the Final Four, the bracket season of
Sure.
March Madness, if you will. I'm pretty sure it's a federal holiday at our brother's house, but these two Perrys, not so much. We don't sport that way. So this is a different bracket. This is a bracket because why not? It's of Disney-Pixar films.
Oh, yeah.
And let's face it, most of these you grew up with, or you have kids that have grown up with them. So tonight on Last of the Party, just because why not, we are going to celebrate the antics of a man called Walt and the company that is slowly taking over the world. On Last of the Party, we're going to discuss dem bracket things because why not? Everyone has a Disney favorite. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, in the spirit of college basketball March Madness, we're going to do a March Madness style tournament bracket of most Disney movies. Now, this is kind of... I'm trying to find the oldest one on here. If you guys want to see what we're talking about, I mean, just Google Disney movie bracket. I'll put the link in the description, or the image will be... Like we always talk about in this show, if we do something that's specifically... image driven, the episode image for that week will be the image we're speaking about. So I'll do that on this one as well. Down the left side, we have Lion King, Tarzan, Princess and the Frog, Lilo and Stitch, Tangled, Big Hero 6, Frozen, Moana, Aladdin, Hercules, The Little Mermaid, Pocahontas, Mulan, Zootopia, Beauty and the Beast, and The Nightmare Before Christmas. In the Eastern Division, we have Up, Brave, Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Coco, Cars, Toy Story 3, The Good Dinosaur, Ratatouille, A Bug's Life, Finding Nemo, Inside Out, Monsters, Inc., Cars, The Incredibles, and WALL-E.
And in case you caught it, dear listener, the first one was actually Coco versus Cars 2. And then the second one was actually Cars.
The image I'm looking at is tiny, so I apologize.
It's very tiny.
For that read-through.
I actually had to blow it up on my laptop because it's like,
right.
wow.
Okay, so let's do the left side of the bracket first, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Mike sent me this image with his family's fill-outs.
Actually, no, that was one that I found on Twitter. We came up with our own picks off of that, and our winner was completely different. So
I'm going to kind of wing this as I go, dear listener. So if I flip-flop mid-sentence, sorry. So let's start with the jungle matchup of the century, Lion King versus Tarzan. What's the better movie, Mike? Go.
That is a wonderful question because as a kid, I dug Tarzan, but I get the cinematic drawings of the Lion King. Honestly, I think I like Tarzan better. That's just me. What about you? Yeah.
Man, this is really going to... I mean, you think you know a person, and then...
You're clearly a
my
Lion
God.
King fan.
Yes, I have taste. Therefore, Lion King wins.
Oh. Okay. Wow.
I thought that was obvious.
I will say Lion King is a bit more quotable, so yeah, sure, we will go Lion King.
More quotable, better song.
problem.
Don't get me wrong. Phil Collins in the Air Tonight is one of the greatest, maybe the greatest song ever written, and the fact that he did the entire soundtrack for this movie, Tarzan.
You'll be in my heart, James.
Oh.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I've got to call it, man. Lion King is one
it's
of
cool.
Disney's highest grossing movies ever.
Not wrong.
So I'm going to go Lion King
Not wrong.
on this
That's
one.
fine. Lion King takes the first win. Princess and the Frog versus Lilo and Stitch. I'm sorry, to me, there's no contest. It's Lilo and Stitch.
I'm
all
with
the
you on
way.
this one. I'm with you on this one. Lilo and Stitch, I mean, you have aliens, you have Ohana, you have a fish that tells the weather. You have...
You can't feed a fish tuna. I never really thought about that concept until this movie.
It's freaking
It's
fish! Does this
Oh,
look
yeah.
infected? I love Lilo and Stitch. We watch it probably every other month in this house. Sorry, Princess and the Frog. Though you pay homage
not
to a
at all.
place of the country that has a very huge hold on my heart, Lilo and Stitch is just phenomenal. So, that begs the
Okay,
question.
no, wait, let's stop here. Yeah, Lion King.
Lion
versus
King
Lilo and
versus
Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch. What do you pick?
And honestly, I saw this movie with my kids. My family voted this movie over Lion King just because of how much draw and how many times we quoted over the Lion King. We will go. I mean, it's like Lion King is up there. It's a beautiful movie. You will go back and watch it. But which one will you go back and watch more? And for us, for this house, it's Lilo and Stitch 9 times out of 10.
Now, I think my family quotes them both equally because I think the Mufasa quote is hilarious.
Oh, no, without a doubt, yes.
Say it. Mufasa. But, man, if you had to give me two to pick that I've got to watch a lot, on this one, man, I'm going to go Lilo and Stitch beats Lion King.
There you go.
I didn't teach him that.
So naughty. Yeah, so we're going to carry that one to that bracket's winner, Lilo and Stitch. On the other side, we've got now this one hurt me a little bit. Tangled versus Big Hero 6.
Man.
How do you even do that? Who put together this bracket?
Evil people.
I got the same issue on the other side with Toy Story versus Toy Story 2, but we'll stick with this one for now. Tangled versus Big Hero 6. I mean, they're both really good
They're
movies.
both unbelievable movies. But I absolutely love Tangled.
I have to agree. I mean, in the long run, I liked Tangled way better, so I will give it up. I mean, I like Big Hero 6, but there's some charm to Tangled that you can't get in Big Hero 6. So, yeah, I'm going to say Tangled.
Yeah, I mean,
With you.
the soundtrack to Big Hero 6 is phenomenal. It's a great story of love and loss and how you rebuild and grieve. Stan Lee makes an appearance. I Want to Live in San Fran, Tokyo. I think it looks like a dope city. You know the food's got to be amazing there.
Oh, hopefully.
So, yeah, so we're going to go Tangled, Big Hero 6, Tangled the winner. The ultimate question, Frozen versus Moana.
Moana without question.
Yeah,
No, just
the
Moana.
Caribou song
And here's why.
versus You're Welcome is what this one comes down to for me.
Not even okay. I understand where you're coming from, but I think Moana was amazing. It was fresh. It was beautiful. Not that Frozen wasn't, but Frozen got so overplayed. And I thought between Tangled and Frozen, Tangled was a far better movie in my opinion. So to me, Moana's gonna win. That's just me.
Yeah, Moana's great, man. When my kids are watching, I don't even care. Like if Moana had the little chameleon from Tangled in it, it would be the greatest movie ever. I love that dude. He kills me. Without saying a word, that dude kills me. So that begs the question, Tangled versus Moana, sea trekking versus white horses that can fight with frying pans.
And the smolder's in there, who my wife says is her brother. So, well, not really. It's weird, but when he hits that look, he looks like Matt when he's confused, and so that's where that comes from. Not being weird. Tangled versus Moana, man, that is hard.
I'm gonna go Moana because
okay.
I feel like it has a better message for the youngins. I feel like
defy your parents and make peace with the fiery thing.
Make peace with the fiery thing. Respect your environment. Feed your wife often so she doesn't end up a lava beast and she stays Mother Nature. I feel like... Yeah.
So wait a minute. So nature was hangry and that's why it went out?
Yeah. That rock was a Jolly Rancher the whole movie. You missed that?
Okay, so Moana wins, man.
Man.
And so
Moana wins because you have a song by one of the guys from Flight of the Conchords as a giant crab. The whole world is just gorgeous, and I want to play with manta rays the way the old lady played with manta rays. Those are the best part of it.
I get that. Okay, well then we've got the two island dwellers. We've got Lilo and Stitch versus Moana to take that top part of the bracket. How do you even equate
we'll get to the
Lilo
final
Stitch versus
four in
Moana?
just a minute. Let's stick with the finals here. So we'll stick with the semifinals.
Are you sure? Because I'm afraid we're going to forget.
Okay, that's a fair point. Giving
because we're old and I don't have
Moana
a pen with
versus
me.
Lilo and Stitch. Dang.
How did we get here? Who would have thought this was coming? We did, because we thought it up. So Moana.
I'm gonna go Lilo and Stitch, man.
I have to say yes to that as well, just because I like Moana, but it's the same thing with Tangled. No, it's the same thing with some of our other choices. I think we've got more time logged into Lilo and Stitch than any other movie on here, possibly. So Lilo and Stitch has got to take it.
Yeah, I would like to revisit this episode with like a full Disney stenography. No, discography is an entire band's
cinematography.
Yeah, that's the word.
Sure.
All the movies Disney's made, I would like to.
That is
put
a lot
them
of
up
movies
all against one another. So I'm gonna go Lilo and Stitch just because the movie contains the line, "You've killed a man, haven't you?" Your name's Cobra Bubbles. Like, I just love how weird Lilo is, and
oh my gosh,
it's
yes.
just
my friends have to be punished.
And that whole Elvis montage to me.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, there are triumphant.
It's okay, my puppy found the chainsaw.
Oh, you showed us a dog. I feel like Moana is gorgeous and beautiful, and there are moments that if you don't tear up in that movie, you are dead inside.
Let's face it, Moana is the question, what would happen if Lilo somehow time jumped?
Yeah.
That's basically what the story is. Still a beautiful story, standalone, original, great. But Lilo and Stitch has sci-fi, and I think that's what's winning my heart.
Well,
right
yeah,
now.
Lilo and Stitch has the alien element and the family element, and Lilo's freaking weird. And I love that she goes to a dog shelter and picks out an alien. Stitch? Stitch isn't a real name in Connecticut. But here it's fine.
Here it's good.
I love Moana. It has The Rock in it. Enough said. But I don't think it's good enough to beat that one. So that puts Lilo and Stitch in the final four. Let's move down the bracket and go Aladdin versus Hercules. What do you think?
Aladdin, hands down.
This one hurts my heart because I love Roman and Greek mythology. Like, it's my favorite.
But this one didn't. Hercules really didn't grab my attention.
I had kind of a thing for Meg for a while, and I'm not afraid to admit that.
You should be. That's kind of weird.
Bad girl with material motives. Her friend has fire hair. I don't know. Pegasus is hilarious. I think it's just such a classic story. Danny DeVito plays himself. I think it's such a
okay, but Aladdin, Cave of Wonders, Genie.
My gosh,
Genie gets two there. Yeah.
Yeah, Robin Williams playing himself. I mean, that was the role he was born to play. This movie defined my childhood. Without question. Every rainy day in school, we didn't have recess. As soon as Aladdin hit VHS and was in the big puffy white box, it was in the VCR. That one and Beauty and the Beast. So I'm going Aladdin on that one.
Aladdin.
Jumping down, we've got Little Mermaid versus Pocahontas. Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
I mean, it just didn't grab. Again, it just didn't really grab my. And this was during a time when they were pushing out a lot of animated features within like almost every other year. They're coming up with a new one. And by the time Pocahontas, Hercules, a couple others came out, it kind of was over for me. I was kind of like, okay, that's good. It's kind of what I'm afraid is going to happen with the Star Wars universe. Like, okay, that's good. You know, I'm afraid of overkill. So I think that's what was that. I mean. I just, beautiful movie. I just wasn't into it. So,
what do we got next, Mike?
The Little Mermaid. Well, if we're gonna follow that through, then we've got Aladdin versus Little Mermaid.
I mean, Aladdin.
To me, there's no contest. My family had other stuff to say. Yeah, no contest.
I like giant octopus women stealing people's voices and has moray eels as pets. Like, the Little Mermaid's probably like,
but that
more of like an ancient story. I dig King Triton. He's awesome.
Yeah.
But Aladdin has Apu.
Yes. Yes, completely. All day long, man. And one of the best Disney games out there.
The hardest Super Nintendo game ever. The first game that I played that I was like, this game is unbeatable, and the person who does it is a god. And I walked away. At 8 years old, broken, that I would never beat this Super Nintendo. I don't know how it ends.
I don't know. I'm assuming that they rescue the princess Jasmine, or she rescues herself, but they rescue each other because why not? But yeah, totally. So Aladdin.
What was the parrot's name?
That Iago.
God,
Patience, Iago.
I loved Iago because Iago was when Iago flips out when the Sultan stuffs a cracker in his mouth. If I gotta keep taking orders from that chump and his chump daughter, like that is literally my soul when working retail. I love it. He defines me, and that movie holds a special place. Okay, so this one kills me. Mulan versus Zootopia.
Yeah, that's hard. That is
Shnikes. The battle of the century. God.
I don't know if I go that far, but it's still strong. There's actually, in my opinion, a stronger one on the other side of the bracket. But this one is still tough. My family went Mulan. They've seen it more times. They love it more. Mainly, I think because of Mushu.
Oh yeah, Eddie Murphy is.
I mean, Ming-Na Wen's amazing as the voice of Mulan, and then Eddie Murphy, and then you got Cricket.
Sure.
And you got the fact that he keeps cursing the horse, which he keeps calling a cow. I mean, there's good times there. And, you got the Huns popping up like daisies, but Zootopia...
She takes out an army with a Roman candle.
Yeah. Zootopia, you've got like a cop bunny that's trying not to get run over by bigger animals. And
you've got inner politician corruption. You've got trying to break the mold and step out and do something amazing. You've got Jason Bateman, for Christ's sake. Jason freaking Bateman. Playing himself.
So basically, you've got the same movie, only one's got Ming-Na Wen and the other's got Jason Bateman.
I love Jason Bateman, man. I'm going to go Zootopia on this one.
Edge it up. Okay, Zootopia wins. Zootopia wins. I actually am surprised my family went Mulan over Zootopia.
But Zootopia has the sloth. Every adult who's ever been to the DMV has been like, yes, that's Peggy from my local office.
Without fail. Oh my gosh. All right, so Zootopia goes through Beauty and the Beast versus Nightmare Before Christmas. For me, this was obvious. This is going to break James because he's actually seen Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm pretty sure he's got a tattoo somewhere on his
It's actually kind of surprising I don't have a Jack and Sally tattoo. Like, Karen and I always quote that Blink-182 song where they're like, we could live like Jack and Sally if we want. Like, that's our movie, but I know Beauty and the Beast is one of her favorite movies. I can quote every line of Beauty and the Beast and every line. I can sing every word to every song. On both of these movies, this is my matchup of the whole list that breaks my heart. I don't know. Like, I want to say Nightmare. I start watching Nightmare Before Christmas October 1st, and I don't stop until the new year because we consider it a Halloween
crazy.
movie and a Christmas movie in my house.
That's interesting.
But Beauty and the
That is
Beast has
interesting.
that opening song that is just so...
Yeah.
And Gaston's song, like...
Gaston, yes.
I don't know what... I'm going to cop out. I'm letting you call this, and I'm going to play...
Beauty and the Beast. Just because universally Beauty and the Beast, I think, wins more hearts
Every
and minds
time
than
Karen
Nightmare Before Christmas.
says, I have an idea, I say, it's not right for a woman to read. Soon she'll have ideas and thinking. And she's like, shut up. Like,
That is awesome.
every time she's like, oh, hey, why don't we do this? I'm like,
Gaston.
soon you'll be getting ideas and thinking. Like, it's terrible.
You're positively
So that puts
primeval.
Zootopia versus Beauty and the Beast. I say Beauty and the Beast wins that
Yup.
one. Aladdin
Yes.
versus Little Mermaid.
Beauty and the
We said Aladdin. Aladdin was
Aladdin.
a-
So it's Aladdin versus
So
Beauty
Aladdin
and the Beast.
versus.
Yup. This is hard.
No.
This and honest and here it is for me. It's Aladdin because Robin Williams. And honestly, I just that ending sequence is just so amazing to me. With everyone with that race against time and tricking Jafar, I mean that was awesome. That was a great gambit. It came down to thinking. It didn't come down to muscles. Not that Beauty and the Beast isn't bad. I just think that Aladdin edges it out by like a
Can we
toenail.
comment on the fact that in Beauty and the Beast we straight see people get crushed to death and die when those stupid villagers
Oh yeah.
like an
Oh my
armoire
gosh, yes.
thrown off the 4th floor will kill you.
Oh yeah. Somebody died.
The oven is a
That's that
flamethrower.
cheap Walmart
Did nobody
stuff.
pick that
Yes.
up? Like,
I don't know. It's okay. I'll just give him 3rd-degree burns.
Oh,
It'll be
yeah.
fine. No, don't.
technically,
Yeah.
I wonder if the castle doctrine is in 15th, 16th century France because they broke
is
into their
not.
house and people died that night.
Yeah, that was a bad day for any and all animated people looking for a beast.
All right, so I'm going to go. Oh, this kills me. This literally rips my soul in half. But I am going to go with Aladdin only because when the
think so,
beast
yeah.
turned back into a human, I thought it was more handsome as the beast. Just saying. Everybody
did.
does!
Everybody did. Okay, so that leaves. Oh, ready for this? Lilo and Stitch versus Aladdin.
On the left-hand side of the bracket, you're telling me it's Lilo and Stitch versus Aladdin.
That's exactly
Son
what I'm
of a
saying.
bitch. Let's leave that right where it is. Let's go to the right-hand side of the bracket. I'm not touching that just yet. Let's go to the
All right,
right-hand
then.
side of the
All right,
bracket
then.
for a little bit of sanity. We're talking Up versus Brave. This one's easy for me. I hated
Brave.
Up. I
Brave.
hated Up.
A lot of people.
The
had
first
issues
10
with it.
minutes
It
of
was
that
a little
movie
too
are more
deep.
emotional than the 17th season of Law & Order SVU.
That's saying something.
Like,
That's
I was like,
saying
wait.
something. I agree. I think Brave was a
Brave
better
was
movie, hands down.
amazing. I love Brave.
Yeah.
You wee devils. I love
Yes.
Brave. It is so good. Okay, so now
Yes.
Toy Story versus Toy Story 2.
Who put this in the same? No,
I told you.
Who did
This was made by a diabolical
this?
person.
No, you don't. Oh, how do you? Okay. See, I think Toy Story has the stronger villain, but Toy Story 2 has the better story overall. But the team.
Toy Story 2 is the one where the
my
toy
brain.
owner kidnaps him. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
Yeah. Well, Alice
Yeah.
Toy Barn.
I'm going to go 2 on this one.
Versus the kid next
Only
door.
for the fact
2?
we have so many Star Wars references in 2, and you get the moment where you've got Zurg playing catch with with the freshly opened Buzz Lightyear. Go long. Thanks, Dad.
Yes. Exactly. That's a good one. Okay, fine. Toy Story 2 comes out. Well, then, in my opinion, Toy Story 2 smokes.
No. You're drunk.
Brave. No?
Brave is... Oh,
Not at
my
all.
gosh.
Not at all. Toy Story 2 is a more solid
No
movie than
way.
Brave. Brave is good. I just think it's a little better, but you have...
I'm sorry.
clearly
In Toy Story 2...
things.
I think Toy Story 2 is hilarious, but I think Brave means more to more people. You have a messy-haired, redhead little girl fighting for her own independence to not be married off against her will. You have magic cupcakes and pastries, people turning into bears, a witch who goes on vacation at the wrong time. You've got a bear named Mordu, like killer archery scenes, kilt and dick jokes. I mean, that movie was hilarious.
There's got to be so many edits in this
so
episode.
many
Oh my
beeps,
gosh,
and to
so
think
many
it
beeps.
happened on the Disney episode.
What's wrong? Okay, fine. I'll let you have it. Brave,
I
will take
love
it.
me some Toy Story, but man, I think Brave just means more. And at the very end, you get an Ed Sheeran song done by Mumford and Sons in the classic like Irish Celtic key. It's freaking gorgeous.
Sure.
Now I have not seen Coco.
Although it did win, didn't it? I think it got Best Picture for Best Animated
And I've also
Feature
not
this
seen
year.
Cars
Got the
2,
Oscars.
so
Cars 2 is a white hot mess, so we have to give it to Coco. on this
okay,
one.
so I've seen most of Cars 1. I've not seen Cars 2. I have seen Cars 3.
Okay.
Cars
okay,
3
ready?
is just
ready?
the dumbest.
Ready? Cars 2. Cars 2 is Mater becoming a secret agent.
Yeah, so Coco, I haven't seen that, but that sounds.
Yeah, Coco
I've heard
wins.
people that are like, Coco opened a part of my soul that I didn't know existed. So yeah, we're gonna go Coco on that
Wow,
one just because
that's,
I have yet to see a Cars movie that's any good. Okay, Toy Story 3, the cry fest that is. And if you didn't
Yes.
cry in Toy Story 3, seek professional help.
Yes. Versus the Good Dinosaur, which was good, but I don't think it was as strong as
Good
Toy Story
Dinosaur,
3.
I was like, stop it. Nope, I'm not going to cry. And Toy Story 3, my body was like, you will expel tears.
Out of every
Yeah.
orifice. You sweat tears.
Yeah,
on this
I'm going
one,
Toy
sir.
Story 3 on that
Okay.
one. The Goodest Dinosaur was great,
I
but
agree.
man.
Yes. So Coco and Toy Story 3. I'm going to have to give it Toy Story 3 just because. Wow.
Yeah, I really want to watch Coco. I wish I'd have known Coco was on this list. I would have watched it before we did this episode because I hear it's phenomenal. The Book of Life, if it's anything like The Book of Life was great, but that's not a Disney movie, I don't think. I think it's a DreamWorks movie.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay, so I need to watch Coco. I'm going to let Mike call this one. I haven't seen Coco. We're going to say Toy Story 3 because it invoked so emotion.
Now-
so that means that
Brave versus Toy Story.
God in heaven. What do I do?
Well, praying is a good place to start, but I don't think he's going to have an answer for this one.
Jeez. Okay,
Not that he doesn't have an opinion.
I'm gonna say
Yes.
this. So I'm gonna say Brave over Toy Story 3 because I can watch Brave more often and not feel like I was kicked in the junk. I feel like Toy Story 3, you watch it once and you don't pick it back up again because you're afraid of the injuries to your soul. Like,
Dude, that's okay. But you also have some good parts in Toy Story 3. You have Spanish Buzz. You have Ken's freaking dollhouse.
the passing on of the
Michael
toys
Keaton going
to
through
the incredible,
the
unique little
clothes.
girl who plays the way Andy once did. But still, you have the separation of Andy. No, Brave wins this one for me. What about you?
Fine. Okay. I'll
Okay.
go with that. I mean, I see what you're saying.
Bottom right,
We've
we've got
yeah,
Ratatouille
okay. So
versus A Bug's Life. This is easy for me. A Bug's Life.
okay.
Bug's Life is hilarious.
I have to agree. A lot, like my family gave it to Ratatouille. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, but I tend to think Bug's Life is a little better. I mean, Ratatouille's good. It's good.
Sure.
It's solid, but I think Bug's Life has a better story to it, to me. Now this
Phew.
next one broke my family a little. Not for the payoff because the payoff was easy. It's how it continued down the chain. Finding Nemo versus Inside Out. Finding Nemo wins.
Man.
And don't get me wrong, Inside Out is good, but it's
Bing bong.
whereas Finding Nemo is it's accessible even at a young age. Inside Out, you're almost hitting those teen levels of what the middle school levels of what.
Yeah,
the
but it was so
And
unique though.
it was
Like
really
we're gonna tell a
good.
story
It was
about a little
really
girl from inside her subconscious. Like, whoa, what? And they finally explained to me why the freaking Double Mint Gum song pops into my head 13 times a day, and I have no idea why. Or a song I haven't heard in 12 years. I'll just start singing it and be like, wait, what? Man, this one's so super tough for me. I'm going to go Finding Nemo for a completely ridiculous reason. Is that they end the movie with Frank Sinatra's Under the Sea. And that's super awesome for me. Moving on, we've got, which Cars is this?
This is Cars. This is Cars. Monsters,
okay, so the
Inc.
original Cars.
Versus Cars.
Dude, Monsters Inc. hands down. Not even a competition to me.
I agree. I will say both were equally played at my house because my son was deluged with all manner of Hot Wheel Cars merchandise for decades. I mean, wow. Well, not decades. Like most of his little childhood. But Monsters, Inc., I like that movie way better. I'll pick that up.
I saw... So Monsters, Inc. came out at a time where I worked at a movie theater in my hometown.
Yeah.
And I legitimately sat through full showings of that movie simply for the scene where Randall was talking to Mike Wazowski, and he's like, at 3:00, the scare floor will be... And Billy Crystal looks him straight in the face and goes... Painted? No, it'll be empty.
Oh, it was great. Oh man, Steve Buscemi and Billy Crystal. Who would have seen that one coming, man? What a
John? Is it John? It's John Goodman, right? That
John Goodman is Sully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Monsters Inc. And then we've got The Incredibles versus Wall-E.
The Incredibles, man.
Yeah, Wall-E was good, but The Incredibles, I mean, still has a great appeal. I'm excited they've got a Lego Incredibles game coming out.
I'm just excited after 12 years.
And getting a sequel.
The Incredibles is getting a sequel. The Incredibles is not just a good animated film. It's not just a good family film. It's not a superhero movie. It's a great superhero movie that your kids can watch.
Yes. And there's few of those.
Man, when that little kid's like, well... And Mr. Incredible's like, what? He's like, I'm just waiting to see something incredible. He's like, yeah, me too, kid.
Totally.
That explains adulthood.
Yes.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, so
that means we've got Monsters, Inc. versus The Incredibles. Let's start at the top. I don't want to do that right now. Okay, so we've got A Bug's Life versus Finding Nemo. I'm going to go Finding Nemo, man.
I will agree with that.
Okay.
Yes.
Dang it, that stall didn't work as well as I thought. We're right back where we left off.
Monsters,
We've got Incredibles.
And Monsters, Inc. Yeah. Yeah. That was amazing.
The Incredibles, just because of Frozo.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Where's my super suit?
Now this is...
I put it away.
Now this is the problem that we had. Finding Nemo versus The Incredibles. Same sound Reese made, actually.
God. Jeez Louise, man. I don't know. I mean, you got Dory and Bruce versus Frozo and Jack. Like, what do you...
I don't know. And Violet and Flash Jr. I mean...
Dash was his name, and he
Dash.
Was amazing.
Of course, yeah.
I'll only run half... The final scene where he's at the track meet... And like, no. Okay, speed up. No. Like, oh, God, that's hilarious.
Second place is good.
Man, I need to re-expose my kids to The Incredibles because I think they were too young when I tried to show it to him. But man, Finding Nemo, my son broke the top bone in his leg when he was young, and Finding Nemo was legit on a loop. So I half love the movie, half hate it. And The Incredibles, I just like the whole thing. Like, she thinks her husband's cheating, and then he's not. He's just trying to rediscover himself. And then the family... and the chick who did... I'm going to go The Incredibles on that one, man.
Okay.
So we've got Incredibles...
Versus Brave.
Ooh. I've done this to myself.
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
Okay, or we could go back on the other side of the bracket because we never actually picked that one if you need a break.
Oh, Aladdin versus Beauty and the Beast? That's worse.
Wait, that's not what we said.
Yeah, we did.
It's Aladdin versus Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, that's even worse.
I know. Okay, so the top four, the final four is Lilo and Stitch, Aladdin, Brave, and the... No? and Finding Nemo,
Yeah.
right?
I say I didn't want to do that one. Uh,
We put Finding Nemo
man.
over The Incredibles, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay, so we did that. So, all right. So, which one you want to do first?
Man, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Aladdin,
Aladdin over Lilo and Stitch.
and I'm gonna say it because I think Jafar and I make the same faces at people.
And you'd like to have a snake cane.
And no, I want a Raja.
You want a Raja. Who doesn't want a Raja?
Did you? Perry family fun fact. I once got in trouble as a small child for saying praise Allah. Because they do it in that movie all the time. And you should have seen the look on our father's face when I quoted that movie thinking I was being funny, because I thought it just meant good things to you, neighbor, and Dad had to explain to me who Allah was and why we don't do that in a Christian house. Okay.
That.
But I'm still going to go Aladdin.
Okay,
And
so
I
Aladdin,
love you, Lilo and Stitch, because I just want Stitch as a pet
I understand that.
forever.
Forever. and
But
ever.
Aladdin, man, God, so many quotable things. The Cave of
Yes.
Wonders. Oh man, Iago, Apu, like because they fight at the end.
Totally. All of them. Every single one of them.
Yeah, Homeboy skates on a giant diamond. Are we
Yeah.
gonna look past that?
No,
He was
no.
the first extreme sports athlete.
He flies a carpet over a boiling lake of lava and gold. I mean, come on. How does that even work? That is awesome.
The carpet was made by Pyrex.
Is that
You
what it
didn't-
was?
You didn't get
Is
that?
I didn't
you
realize
didn't get
that.
that
I thought
memo?
it was just magical insulation, but Pyrex works too.
Made of nylon.
Nice.
Good move. I can't believe this. I'm losing to a rug. Okay, so we've got Brave versus Finding Nemo.
Yeah, I think this one goes to Finding Nemo. I think it's Finding Nemo, dude.
Oh, guys, you made me ink. I'm going to go with Finding Nemo.
He touched the butt.
Just because, man, I freaking love Bruce.
Yeah,
Face your friends, not food. So,
I get that. So Aladdin versus Finding Nemo.
this
for
one's
the
easy for me.
championship.
I think we made this too easy on ourselves.
so?
I think, well, again, I would like to write the bracket because I feel like I'm far more evil than this person was. Although that Beauty and the Beast Night Before Christmas thing almost maybe had an aneurysm. I think you could unplug the ones that we were super sure about and plug in ones that like some classic movies like Sword in the Stone and Robin Hood. If those two were in here, this is a whole different show, my friend. we should rewrite the bracket with classic movies that we grew up with.
That might be a thing out there somewhere, to be honest. I'd have to look.
Yeah, we should do this again. This is really fun.
Yeah, surprisingly so.
Man, I think I love Finding Nemo, but if you were like, hey, do you want to watch Finding Nemo or Aladdin? I'm picking Aladdin
hands down.
every time.
Is it because we grew up with it because it was in that time when we were coming of age and everything, or do you think?
I mean, Finding Nemo and Finding Dory are gorgeous, and they teach ocean conservation, which is a super big part of my life, even though I live in landlocked Missouri.
I was like, what? Hold on.
No. I mean, I support, on average, 4 charities at a time that do, like, ocean cleanup projects. Whether it's buying a T-shirt or a hat or bracelets or whatever. Like, I give funds. I don't give time or sweat. But Aladdin, oh, man. I guarantee you I can sing that. If I really tried right now, I could sing that opening song. Yeah. Patience, Iago! Faster! Jafar was just so scary.
Yeah.
And I mean, did it really take a hypnotizing snake staff to realize that dude was evil? Like, just look at his face.
Well,
he was drawn
that would be
bad. To quote
stereotypical.
Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah,
like,
that would be stereotypical, though. I mean,
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
That was creepy.
Like,
That was creepy for a man with a beard. Why did you do that?
No,
Take it back.
you loved it.
I did not.
Man, Jafar was just such a good villain. Raja was such a good support, and
Jasmine was one of the first times you saw a princess trying to stand out for her own stuff in an animated movie.
Gorgeous.
Are you hitting on an animated girl?
No, I'm just saying she might be the reason that I have a thing for light-eyed girls. She might be the reason that when I saw my now wife's eyes, I went, "Whoa, demise though."
Demise though.
Demise though. It may have been
Oh my
Jasmine's fault. Yeah.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
If I gotta keep sucking up to that chump and his chump daughter. Oh,
Bang!
so funny. I love the way your foul little mind works. Oh, God, I love Aladdin. Man, we're going to call it there,
Aladdin
dear listener.
wins.
For Aladdin Wins March Madness 2018, last of the party. Guys, I'm going to say it right now. Mark your calendars. We're doing this again next March. This has been an absolute blast.
Yes, it was.
I'm so glad Mike, an hour and 18 minutes ago, said, hey, let's do this. Because we were just going to get on here and
Ramble.
shoot the crap and see what stuck to the wall.
And now we shot
was
Disney
so much
crap. Wait a minute. But yeah.
So I'm actually seeing, while I'm clicking around here, there is, oh my gosh, someone already has done it. They've done the Believe region, the Magic region, the Wish region, and the Imagination region.
No.
All four corners of the Disney universe. Oh man, such matchups as Toy Story versus Robin Hood.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my
Inside
gosh.
Out versus Fantasia. Beauty and the Beast. Hang on. Bambi versus Pocahontas.
Okay, stop. We're gonna have to do this one at some point.
Dude, this one's brutal.
Yeah, we may have to do that one again. That's intense. Oh wow.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, Lady and the Tramp versus Princess and the Frog. I mean.
Okay, this is what we're gonna
Yeah.
do. This is what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna do this episode. We're gonna do that bracket, but we're gonna do it for our Patreon supporters only.
Ooh.
Because we love you guys, but you know what? We're wanting to gain some more traction, do some more stuff, and we really want to reward our Patreon supporters. So in the next couple weeks, we're gonna have to do a double header and do that one. So save that image and get it to me so I can look it over. What?
I found a better one.
Oh.
I found a better
What?
one. I found a better one.
What?
So Monster region, Classics region, Pixar region, and Princess region.
Oh my gosh! They just kicked me in the region. So. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Mike and I will find a much better, more full bracket.
Yes.
That's the only two stipulations I have.
Yes.
Oh, snap, son. I just found a DreamWorks one. I have to stop looking.
Stop looking.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode, number 69 of Last of the Party. Tune in next week where we talk about something nerdy.
Like we do.
That message is Larry approved.
Please.
I wanted to go ahead and give you guys another update.
Yes.
Any day now, Android users. Any day now.
Any day.
We'll have an
now.
exclusive Last of the Party app just for your listening
There you
pleasure.
go. Words. Nice.
Mike and I will be putting out the more full, powerful episode on Patreon. Mike, where do they go to become Patreon members?
Well, you go to patreon.com and then search the number 2, the party. Or patreon.com/last of the party, like you do. Is there any dashes? Maybe just search Last of the Party because I don't know if there's any dashes in that.
Yeah,
And-
it's Last of the Party. It's patreon.com/Last of the Party. I'll link it in the description below on this
good, because
episode.
I may have just
For
sent it
Last of
somewhere
the
else.
Party and all of the great things, I've been James.
I've been Mike. Thank you so much for tuning in, dear sweet-smelling listener, because we have that technology. We can smell what you've been doing. Wow,
Yeah,
some of
and-
you. Wow.
Debbie, I didn't want to say this, but catch a shower, would you?
Dude.
That's a Patreon call out.
So we're going to catch you next time. Same bat time. Same bat channel. Take care, dear listener.
Thanks for listening, Nick. Bye.